In today's video, I'm going to show you how to season your brand new Traeger Flat Rock griddle. So let's talk about our tools. Let's get out. Let's get it started. As far as tools go, the first thing we need is a bucket with some warm water, and I have 1 drop of Dawn soap in there, mild detergent, then a Scrub Daddy. That's gonna get that surface cleaned and prepped. Then we need 1 microfiber towel for the initial wipe, then we need 1 for the final wipe. Now, we have the griddle scraper just in case. I have a pair of tongs here, some heavy-duty blue paper towels. I have canola oil, that's what we're going to be seasoning the griddle with today. And then I've got my heat-proof glove. That's gonna help keep me nice and safe while we get everything seasoned. Step number 1 in the griddle cleaning process is to grab our Scrub Daddy with a little bit of mild detergent. We're gonna go through and get this all scrubbed up so we can get that surface prepped and ready for the 4 rounds of seasoning that we're gonna do today. So, step number 1 is done. We have got it scrubbed up. Now we'll come back, get it all wiped off, cleaned out, ready to go. Now I come back with a microfiber towel just to get all of that soap film off or any residue. And then we'll come back with another microfiber towel that is warm water soaked to help us make sure we get any remaining residue off the griddle. We have our last microfiber towel. This just has warm water on it. We'll actually do this twice now because we want to make sure we get any soap residue off here. Now, before we go ahead and start the griddle, we're gonna add that canola oil because first things first, we wanna get a nice layer of oil on here before we turn it on and start step 1 of the seasoning process. So we'll just go through with that canola oil. We're gonna get it everywhere. We're gonna get it on the sides, on the back, everywhere. We wanna make sure we create the best non-stick surface we can. So we'll go ahead and get this done, then we'll get ready to start the griddle up. Okay, we've got that first coat of oil on there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these burners to high. I'm gonna hit the ignite button. You'll start to notice the little orange lights come on. Once those lights are on, that means we have ignition and we are good to go. So now we're gonna go ahead and leave the cover open. We're gonna heat this up for 15 minutes before we come back and do round number 2 of the seasoning process. One of the things you're gonna notice during the seasoning process is you're gonna notice the griddle start to smoke from the oil, and that's okay. Once the oil stops smoking, we know that that layer, that coating, if you will, is done and ready to take another coating. So if you see it smoking, don't worry about it, it just means it's working. Here we are after 15 minutes, and now it is time for round 2 of the seasoning process. So we just add a little more oil to it. We rub that around. Don't worry about if you get any lint or crumbs from the paper towel. That is normal, and they will not stick. But we'll go ahead and make sure we get everything. Sides, back wall, everything. As you notice as well, I'm using my tongs now, and I have my hot gloves. That'll keep me safe, make sure I don't get any oil splashing on me. Now, we'll go ahead and let it cook again for another 15 minutes. We'll come back, repeat this for step 3. All right, I turned the burners down to medium for these next 2 rounds because I did notice this griddle is definitely getting hot. So here we are for round number 3, same thing again. We're gonna go ahead and add that canola oil and get another layer going. Like we always say, don't forget to get the back walls and the sides. Make sure you get everything coated. Here we are, round number 4. This is our last round, so we'll go ahead like I always do. We'll add a fresh coat of oil, and we will just guide that along again. Don't forget, back, sides, everything. Now, we'll let this go for another 15 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll show you how to close this down. All right, now that we've done all 4 coats, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. And what I'm gonna do is put 1 last fine little coat of oil on here so that it just kind of keeps it protected from the elements while this griddle cools down. But now we are good to go. Next up, time to get ready. First cook. All right, well, we are all done. The griddle is cooling down. It is perfectly seasoned, and we are ready to go. Speaking of ready to go, stay tuned because coming up, I've got 2 great videos for you. Our first cook video and my 5 favorite features of the brand new Traeger Flat Rock.